Welcome back. Welcome back. Your man Diamond K in here, of course. Diamond K in the morning, the all new radioonfire.com. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Happy Monday to everybody. A lot of things going on in the world. So much. I hope that you all had a great Mother's Day. Hope that your time with your family, if you were able to do that, was good. I got a chance to spend some time with my mother and sister and my father. So that was a good thing. Always good for that family time. So like I said, a lot of things to get into. Mass shootings, something that unfortunately we have been experiencing for years, and there have been several over the weekend, and we're going to talk about those things. Of course, it's one of those things we can't get away from it for various reasons, whether it's mental health, whether it is the gun laws, whatever it is. This is something that we deal with so often that people have become immune to it. They don't even stop the news cycle for it anymore. That's how immune to mass shootings we are. Here on the program, we deliver the biggest political and trending news stories of the day with interviews and original reporting from across the country, emanating from our studios in Baltimore and Atlanta. Show is fun, show is upbeat, but I also want to expose what is really happening in the country. Colorado Springs, there was a mass shooting, leaving 7 dead, including the suspect at a birthday party. Yep. So the gunman killed 6 members of an extended family yesterday. And this birthday party took place in a mobile home in Colorado Springs. So before the gunman killed himself, he enacted what appears to be the 4th deadliest mass shooting in the state's history, tied for the deadliest mass murder in the city's history. So the killings happened just after midnight Sunday at the Canterbury Mobile Home Park on Preakness Way. It's near the airport on the city's east side. So officers raced to the reported shooting, arrived at a trailer to find 6 dead adults and a man with serious injuries who later died at the hospital. The suspect, the boyfriend of a female victim, drove to the trailer where the party was being held with friends, family, and children. So inside, he began shooting party attendees before taking his own life. And so the children present that were present now with relatives. So that incident in Colorado, the worst mass shooting since a gunman killed 10 people at a supermarket back in March 22nd. So it's just a sad situation there. The party was celebrating birthdays of 28-year-old and her brother, who would have been 31 this week, as well as their mother, who would have turned 45 this week. So that is just a sad situation. So, of course, they're still investigating this sad situation. On Mother's Day. This was Mother's Day. So we had that situation that happened. And there were other situations as well. So we're going to get into those, of course. In Baltimore County, Woodlawn, to be exact, right outside of Baltimore City. A Woodlawn man who neighbors say had a long history of aggression went on a rampage over the weekend, shooting or stabbing 3 people to death and setting his home on fire before police fatally shot him. So news of this terrible incident, the Baltimore County Police Department identified victims and offered the clearest picture so far of what unfolded on a residential street in Baltimore County early Saturday. So according to police, they're still having their preliminary investigation. So the preliminary investigation indicates that a 56-year-old named Everton Brown forced his way into a neighbor's home where he stabbed and shot Ishmael Quintanilla, 41 years old. A lady, Sarah, ran from the home, tried to escape the attack. Brown chased her down and fatally shot her several times. When 2 neighbors emerged from their homes, Brown shot them as well. One of them, 24-year-old, was pronounced dead later. The other gunshot victim, who has not been identified, is recovering from his injuries. So at some point during this tragedy, Brown also set fire to his home. The scene was a mess. Fire officials said that the building where the fire started, as well as the one adjacent to it, collapsed, a third dwelling heavily damaged. And they say that the suspect had mental challenges. Police received numerous calls reporting both fire and an active shooter. So responding officers wearing a body camera encountered Brown in the parking lot. 4 shots fired at him. They were able to take him into custody, and at the hospital, he died. Several homemade explosive devices were found in a vehicle. They recovered a handgun with a large knife. This was a mess. Police have not provided a motive or details about what preceded the attack, what was the disturbance, what was the argument, what made this happen or led to these events. They said that they're still conducting interviews and processing things. Longtime residents of the neighborhood said that they witnessed the attack unfolding. Many in the neighborhood thought that Brown was mentally ill. She said that he was aggressive towards women and often accused neighbors of surveilling him. So the Baltimore Sun spoke with some neighbors, which had the newspaper, the Baltimore Sun, wrote about Brown back in 2008, describing similar threatening and erratic behavior. And they said that he had been terrorizing the residents on the street as long as they've lived there. So he was a problem in the neighborhood. Another neighbor said that everybody knew something was going to happen. Everybody lived in fear. Brown, the suspect, unsuccessfully sued the Department of Justice in federal court back in 2012, alleging that the agency had been running surveillance on him for more than 5 years and had unlawfully denied a public records request seeking records of the surveillance that he was reporting. The judge dismissed the lawsuit, writing in his decision that Brown's videos of purported aerial surveillance by the FBI generally show only stars or other celestial bodies. So, unfortunately, this situation ending in tragedy, ending in loss of life. And just a sad thing. Just tuning in, Don McKay in the morning on the all-new RadioOnFire.com. Radio on Fire is Black Voices giving you the American story. New episodes of the program drop Monday through Friday, 8 a.m., but I don't want you to miss any of our live broadcasts throughout the day. In addition to the 8 a.m. program, we drop content as news happens. So hit that notification bell so you get an alert whenever we go live. And we're talking about some mass shootings. 2 women and a 4-year-old girl was wounded in Times Square. A shooting there took place on Saturday as well. The NYPD commissioner said that shots were fired around 5 o'clock p.m. on 45th and 7th Avenue. The 4-year-old who was shot was with her family when the shooting went down and will be getting surgery. 23-year-old tourist from Rhode Island was shot in the leg, while a 43-year-old woman from New Jersey was shot in the foot. Both victims hospitalized. The 3 victims were noted to be innocent bystanders, and as of now, the police are on the hunt for the suspect. NYPD noted that there was at least 1 shooter, and a gun hasn't been recovered, despite the shell casings that were found. So you have that situation going on. Times Square, broad daylight, innocent bystanders shot. That's what is going on, and it is not a pretty sight. The mayor, de Blasio, says that he's going to be increasing police presence in and around New York City. I just hope that this doesn't lead to innocent people just getting rounded up and brutalized by the police. It's a terrible thing. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Don McKay Show, at Radio on Fire. So the Kentucky Derby winner has returned positive drug test. Let me say that again. The horse tested dirty. Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert said yesterday that his barn has been told that the Kentucky Derby winner, Medina Spirit, failed a post-race drug test. This is the latest doping scandal for horse racing, and it's arguably the sport's premier trainer. Have you ever heard of anything like this, right? So he did a morning press conference yesterday with his attorney, and he said that Medina Spirit was found to have 21 picograms of a steroid, which is double the legal threshold in Kentucky racing. And this is also the same drug that was found in the system of another horse that was trained by the same guy who finished 3rd in the fall in a race. So of course he denies any wrongdoing. What? This is a conspiracy. This is a complete injustice. You know, I don't know how the horse tested positive for, this steroid. What? Somebody else did it. It wasn't me. I mean, of course, that's what he's going to say. I mean, so he's playing the victim card. He's denying the whole thing. Claiming that he didn't do it. It shouldn't have happened. There's a problem somewhere. It didn't come from us. Okay. who's going to drug your horse to win the race other than you? Right? Who's going to drug the horse with the steroids? Somebody else? What, really? No, doesn't make sense. So Medina Spirit won the Kentucky Derby on May 1st, and this was by half length over another horse, giving Barford his record-setting 7th victory in the race that starts the Triple Crown season. He was going to race in the Preakness. I don't think that's going to happen now. I mean, who wants to race against this cheating horse? Well, cheating horse trainer. I guess we can't really fault the horse, right? A horse is a horse, of course. Diamond K in the morning on the all-new radioandfire.com. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, if you want to support the program, cash.app/$DJ Diamond K on Cash App, $DJ Diamond K, paypal.me/radio on fire. Also, a California man arrested for allegedly selling fake COVID-19 vaccination cards. I mean, you know, did you think it was going to be too far along before this happened? According to reports, a California bar owner was arrested after allegedly selling fake COVID-19 vaccination cards. Undercover agents from California Department of Alcohol Beverage Control purchased fake cards for $20 each from the owner while visiting him at a bar in California. According to the AP, the agents noted that they were asked to write their names on a sticky note, which led to them watching employees creating the fake vaccination cards and then laminating them. So one of the supervising agents said that on the back where they put the dates when you were vaccinated, they used 2 different colors of pens to make it look like it was 2 different times. So they went to some effort to make it look authentic. Todd Anderson, the bar owner, was arrested this past Tuesday and charged with identity theft, falsifying medical records, and having a loaded unregistered handgun, and forging government documents. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, you know, that you have these type of things happening. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that something like this has happened. Just tuning in, Diamond K in the morning on the all-new radioonfire.com. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. So, Melinda Gates was meeting with divorce attorneys since 2019. Well, this divorce between Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, after 27 years, made some waves, mainly because people are wondering what's going to become of Bill Gates' fortune. Reports now surfacing that they've been working through their divorce for a long time prior to this announcement. According to the Wall Street Journal, Melinda Gates was consulting with a divorce attorney for 2 years, almost 2 years, before she filed for divorce. Court documents found that Melinda Gates says that their marriage was irretrievably broken. Court documents also note that the former couple negotiated their divorce through the entirety of the COVID-19 pandemic. And calls were reportedly held by Melinda and her advisors in October 2019, before the pandemic, after the New York Times revealed that Bill Gates met with Jeffrey Epstein numerous times, with Gates even staying at Epstein's Manhattan townhouse late into the night. What? Why is this not a bigger story? So a spokesperson for Bill Gates, Bridget Arnold, commented that the Epstein meetings, claiming that Epstein and Gates met in 2019 multiple times to discuss philanthropy. Arnold said that Bill Gates regrets ever meeting with Epstein and recognized it was an error in judgment to do so. I mean, what else is he going to say to that? Yeah. So this is just, I don't know how messy this is going to get. I don't know how messy this is going to get, but the statement that they released announcing their divorce last week, after a great deal of thought and a lot of work on our relationship, we have made the decision to end our marriage. Over the last 27 years, we have raised 3 incredible children and built a foundation that works all over the world to enable all people to lead healthy, productive lives. We continue to share a belief in that mission and will continue our work together at the foundation, but we no longer believe we can grow together as a couple in this next phase of our lives. We ask for space and privacy for our family as we begin to navigate this new life. So, such ends the marriage of some very rich people. But just like anybody else, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It looks like their thing ain't working. Don McKay in the Morning is available on the WRF Radio app. Simply download WRF Radio in your app store. Leave me a comment and scroll your timeline, attend a Zoom meeting on mute, or do some online shopping, all while listening to Don McKay in the Morning. WRF Radio has a weekly lineup, which includes the morning or the midday mix with DJ Cornbread, Morgan Brittany hosting the top 10 at 10 countdown, and a gang of other shows. WRF Radio, make sure you check those good folks out over there and listen to Don McKay in the Morning. You can also get breaking news, adult conversations covering topics that are important to the Black culture. Visit radioonfire.com for original radio, podcasts, and TV programs. And again, if you want to support Don McKay in the Morning, I'm able to deliver our news and our views on the program because of our listeners, sponsors, and of course, your donations. We are powered by the people and need and love and cherish your support. radioonfire.com to make a donation. Very easy to do that. So a man has been arrested after throwing a Mazel Tov cocktail at an LAPD police station. The Topanga Division Station for LA got more than they bargained for this past Sunday as a man was caught on camera throwing the cocktail at the station. Surveillance footage shows the suspect, Jonathan Rosen, running up to the front of the station with the cocktail lit. From there, the man threw the fire towards the glass, which cracked the window following an explosion. Once the man ran off, he was reportedly chased down by officers and captured. No one was injured as a result of this incident. Rosen, foolishly did this and was arrested and hit with felony charges for igniting an explosive and is still in custody. So, what I don't know what he was thinking. Like that is foolish thing to do. South Carolina lawmakers are adding firing squad as an option for an execution method. Last week, Wednesday, South Carolina lawmakers voted to add the firing squad option. The move reportedly came after the lack of lethal injection drugs. They weren't having these drugs being available. So they're like, you know what? We can't stop this. Let's just do the firing squad. As more states across the country have started or begun conversations to move away from the death penalty, they're going in this direction. The bill was approved after a 66-43 vote went down, and the bill states that condemned inmates will be required to choose between being shot or electrocuted if lethal injection drugs are not available at the time. The new measure was reportedly initiated to start up executions once again in South Carolina, which reportedly has been one of the most active death chambers in the country. The lack of lethal injection drugs is one of the reasons why South Carolina hasn't executed anyone in 10 years, according to the New York Times. The last person to be executed by firing squad was a man named Ronnie Lee Gardner, who requested the process over lethal injection. Gardner reportedly said the process was so much easier. Is this a good thing? Is this a good thing? I'm not sure. Wow. Firing squad. Diamond K in the morning on the all-new radioandfire.com. Of course, tonight, the RTV radio show taking place 7 p.m. live on Radio on Fire. Make sure you tune in for that. On YouTube.com/DJ Diamond K. You can get any of our programs, music from yours truly, and a lot more. Thank you. And I will be back later on today.